What's going on, everybody? This is BW Sports One. You know us, Damon and Dan, the one and the lion. Now, we would like to welcome Natalie Morse, president of USA Girls Basketball. Welcome, Natalie. Thank you for your time.
Hey, guys. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Well,
welcome.
We are definitely excited for what we have coming up December 28th and 29th with USA Girls Basketball. Why don't you give us a little, first off, why don't you give us a little kind of bio on USA Girls Basketball, history of it, and what you guys got working up?
So about 3 years ago, I ran into a guy named Matt Shade, and his daughter, Ashlyn Shade, I coached her AAU basketball team, and actually Damon's daughter played for me too. And it was just a really fun experience, and I've been involved with basketball for, I always say, since I was 4 years old. And I played in college at Hanover College. I played overseas in England, and then I left England and took a job coaching at Butler University for the women's basketball team. And I ended up leaving that job after 3 years, but I was still extremely passionate about helping youth basketball players and being involved in female basketball players' lives, and hopefully giving them an opportunity to do something on the court that maybe I didn't have the opportunity to do. Better training, quality training, helping them get to college, helping guide them for getting new jobs and things like that. So really, anytime I can mix business and basketball, I'm all in. And so me and Matt kind of got the idea to start this USA Girls Basketball, and really it's just hopefully becomes a national brand that helps families navigate basketball from their first dribble all the way through the time that they finish. If it's college basketball, high school basketball, whatever it is, we want to help them even beyond basketball. And so really just trying to create a national network. That's the goal. We've only been around for 3 years. So this winter elite camp that we're going to host here in a couple weeks is our third winter elite camp. But it's been a huge success, and it's been great for upcoming basketball players from 5th through 8th grade. So we're looking for, the next best talent coming up into high school, next year and the year after. So the camp really it's dedicated to these kids and helping them get seen by evaluators from the state. We have some kids from Ohio and some kids from Kentucky coming as well, but really it's just getting these kids around females and, looking up to females and hopefully continuing to drive the sport and a good culture and give these kids opportunities. And, if we support our sport, then, maybe Damon's daughter will have the opportunity to make more money doing something that she loves than, say maybe that I would have had growing up. And, we want them to dream big, but we also have to provide those opportunities and work for these kids. So that's kind of the goal, is to continue to grow the sport and help families and kids, from the beginning all the way through the end. So.
Nice. I learned stuff right there that I did not know about Natalie, Damon.
Okay.
Oh, well, awesome. I knew some of those things. I learned a little bit more. Like she said, that we've known each other for a few years now. Way back when they started the USA Girls Basketball, and another program that she is a lead director of or lead trainer of is Indiana Girls Basketball. Mm-hmm. And that's when I first met Natalie back at that time. And one of the big selling points that I know I liked about it, and I know her mom liked about it as well, was it was 100% focused on the girls' side of basketball. Yeah, there were a couple men involved in it, but as they've evolved, the men have kind of shifted out. And and I love that, because one of the selling points that you guys had was building up these young females to be great women in society, as well as being great players on the basketball court. So I completely loved it. And as you guys have grown into all the different ventures that you do, with USA Basketball, IGB, and the Circle, and all those things that you guys got working, y'all have never changed those core values with building these young women and giving them other opportunities that athletes or hoopers of yourself didn't get those opportunities. And so I love it. I love it. My daughter loves it. She won't say it publicly, but I guarantee you she appreciates all of it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely from the beginning was definitely IGB and being involved with that. But I mean, it honestly just all started with me and Matt meeting up for lunch. And I just said, I'd like to train these girls and we want them to get in the gym as much as we can. And he's just one of the most business savvy, intelligent guys I've ever been around, and has really mentored me to help, grow this into a side business. It's not a full-time thing, but I don't think it'll ever maybe get to that point, but it's really just, I think I'd be bored to death if I was sitting at home after work doing nothing. So figured maybe help out some kids and get involved in their life. And a lot of people who have come to be a part of either the circle or train at the elite camp, a lot of them started with IGB, but also we've had some WNBA players. Amber Harris, she won 2 WNBA rings with the Mystics. And then we had Natalie Morse, who plays for the Fever. She came and trained with us, and these gals are actually reaching out to us because they want to be part of something too to help young females. And so I think that's just really cool that it's spreading, and that's what it's all about. Just like you said, we didn't change our values. I think people are kind of starting to catch on, and that's the cool thing about it. So
with strong. Go ahead.
Now I've seen different programs come and go, on the boys and the girls side, but I've never seen a program grow as fast as you guys are. Started back from the roots with IGB up into USA basketball. You guys grow. Like that first year, it was 2 teams.
Yeah,
It was 2 teams. And the very next summer, I think there was a tournament. We had 17 teams, all young ladies playing basketball. I mean, you walk through the gym and you just see all the jerseys. And it was like, wow, there's something to be a part of. And all of these girls have grown up and gone different directions, still on the court, but you can see all those connections that are built. And I think that's what is going to help you further grow. You know what I mean? Because you look now at the picture behind us of the background, I mean, there's 60 girls there. You know what I mean? I guarantee you in 2 years, there's 120, 140, 200 girls there the next time you guys do a camp.
Yeah, there was a real need. Yeah, there was a real need for it. I definitely can't take any credit for that. That was totally the IGB board of wanting their daughters to have opportunities that were not available, and they did something about it. And so I think they were playing against boys mostly, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think females were dropping out of the sport because they didn't have enough opportunities to play with other females and get in the gym as often as the boys did. And so I think, I don't know how long it'll take, but I know we're in the right direction of helping these girls, 1, be confident, and 2, to not drop out of the sport because not a lot of people, continue it. We just want to grow it as much as possible. And I think the sky's the limit. I mean, if it continues to build, you can imagine how far it can go into multiple WNBA teams. We have more kids playing, and then better quality basketball. And then, it gives opportunities to to teams in different states to say, hey, we've got enough talent here. Maybe they can, we can continue to build and grow, and even to the professional level, develop these girls so well that we can have more professional girls basketball to watch. But like I said, we have to support it. So that's really the big thing, is turn that TV on and watch college basketball and the WNBA as well as the NBA. So we always try to drive that message.
Well, I will say they will show way more college games than they do WNBA games. And I get angry about it because every year you see a tweet or you see something where the NBA and the WNBA put out something to say, hey, we're going to show more televised games.
Yeah.
They're on shows and networks that nobody has.
Yeah. Or you got to buy them.
Yeah, or you got to buy them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we
Well,
got to get more exposure. Yeah.
yeah, and the gap, I think that's part of it is, the high level kids in girls basketball, it drops off so quickly that the top 20 are so much better than the next 40, 50 kids. And that's the gap that has to close because that's not the case in boys basketball. And so we've got to get these kids in the gym more and continue to develop them. And I think once that gap starts to close, and like I said, I don't know how long it'll take, but we don't want it to drop off so quickly because then the games are boring. The UConn's awesome and I think it's incredible. It's something I would want to be a part of, but you don't want to turn the TV on and see a 70-20 game. If you hear UConn's playing, whatever school, you want to see a competitive game. And that's where, these kids have to get in the gym and we got to close that gap. So.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I have a question as far as, when USA girls basketball started and your other endeavors in the girls basketball started, how difficult was it for you guys to get momentum starting off compared to the difficulty now of where you guys are set, knowing that like we said, the WNBA is not shown as much as the NBA, nearly as much as the NBA or the boys side of sports. Did you guys have difficulty starting off, or is it more difficult now than what it was then because of the drive?
Yeah, I mean, I think competition is great. We created a model that I don't think existed, and that those blood, sweat, and tears went, like I said, into the board. The parents who started IGB, I think they were finding gyms and living out of their They were bringing gear and things out of their trunk. Just to different gyms to try and get these kids, in the gym to practice. But, now we have locations and we, for the circle, we have 3 locations and we kind of have our little homes around Hamilton County and the Indianapolis area to, everybody knows that they have an opportunity to get in the gym, at least within the circle of 465. And so I think from the beginning, I think it was difficult, but just like anything, they had a vision and Matt killed it and it grew very quickly, but there was a need. So, and competition is good. That's what, that means that there's a lot of people out there trying to do, the same thing for other girls. And that's what we want. I mean, we wanted to grow the game. And so if there's not competition, then it doesn't drive us to be better and do better. And I think that's, a message you'd always send to your kids too. So it's difficult, competing with other people, but I don't think I'm not out here trying to take over the world. We're not trying to take over the world. We just want girls to get in the gym and to have the kids around good people. So.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It sounds like a herd of elephants going up my
Man, it sounded rough over there.
My dogs are actually behaving. Normally they'd be like sprinting around like crazy. So
I have one locked up with my daughter in her room. The other one is locked downstairs, can't get up the steps. And yes, or we would have a herd over here as well.
Yeah.
Now, how difficult has
9-year-old can make?
How difficult has 2020 been in the vision of USA girls basketball, just the total aspect of what we've been dealing with the pandemic and all this other stuff? How difficult has it been for USA girls basketball to reach more people this year than compared to other years?
Yeah, this is really just something that I'm kind of starting. And to be quite honest, it's, I have a full-time job during the day and then at night I train with IGB. So this is something that I dedicate, whatever time I have left of not having a social life or anything like that. Outside of that, this is kind of something that I've tried to help build and really figure out what the exact mission is and how we really message it. And this year has been honestly good I've had a little more time to dedicate to it and really figure out what what we want to do and how we want to grow. And so I think this elite camp thing can really be something special. It's, I have some thoughts and ideas about how I can grow it nationally and kind of be, get to be the first to market and be a female leader for, kids who are elite basketball players on a national level, to connect them and eventually get to a point where you're kind of creating a network. And so I guess my kind of thought with the camps is we can eventually get to a point where you take your top 10 and we run it in different locations, and then these kids can be a part of something. Maybe I have something I do that's called the squad, and I ran it and I did a little test with it and had some people get involved with it. And it's really a way to help people beyond basketball, to help with their resume, make connections, in the community with leaders in whatever, job or whatever they're going to do in college, whatever they're interested in, help them make connections and those things. And then eventually come back to, it comes back to that where, hey, I did this camp with somebody from California, and now she's the head of marketing at Apple. That's just an example. Maybe make connections that way, where if basketball doesn't pan out, for the 1%, how can we help these kids get jobs and be successful? And I think that, that's kind of where this is going and my plan for it. But it's taking some time, and 2020 has been difficult. I think, technology has really helps with all of that. And I think you can get really creative with connecting with people, but it's headed in the right direction. And, I think that we'll be successful if we put the work in that we need to put the work into. So
I like it. I really like it. Obviously Damon has a daughter. I have a daughter myself, and hearing things like this for the future of our daughters, of our females in the community, this stuff right here is great and is definitely needed, like you said. And I am very honored, and I'm speaking for Damon alike on this, I'm sure, when we say we are very honored to be part of USA Girls Basketball Winter Elite Camp, and hopefully, we can be a part of all what you got going on through 2021 and beyond.
Yeah, definitely excited to have you guys come live stream. I think it'll be different and fun. I don't think, I've seen some live streams from camps around the nation, and it's just one camera, and you kind of got to pick out your kid. And
well, let's just say we are different.
That's right. That's a good thing.
Exactly.
I think this is a great. I think it's a great
Damon says,
opportunity.
as Damon says, organic.
Yes, very organic. I think this is a great opportunity for everybody involved. One, because we're trying some things new. Two, you're trying some things new. Three, the goal is to have a better avenue for young ladies, young youth, to have an opportunity to do other things. What I mean? We've always, since we started our program, we've always been about small business and our community. You're a part of our community. So there you go. That's how we get to work in, and that's how, we get things like this happening. It's all about growing our community. So awesome to be a part of it.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being a part of it, and we're excited to have you. It'll be fun. It'll definitely be fun.
It will definitely be fun. Now,
Yeah.
before we kind of go our separate ways tonight, let's kind of talk about giving people what to expect at Winter Elite Camp. I mean, we talked about games, we talked about the training, but kind of go just a little bit in depth with our viewers as far as what the camp will persist of.
Yeah. So we typically, since this is the 2020, it's not going to be the same as it has been in past years, but typically we'll do 80 kids, 5th and 6th grade in the morning, and then 80 kids, 7th and 8th grade in the afternoon. But not able to do that this year because of limits with the number of kids that are allowed in the gym. So we're going to do 40 on the 28th, which is 7th and 8th graders. And we have a lot of really good talent from around the state and some couple people from Ohio and a couple girls from Ohio and Louisville coming over to kind of test their skills against the competition around here. But we have some evaluators coming who do a really good job in the local Indy area and, Indiana completely. And then also some guys up from closer to South Bend who cover Indianapolis and Michigan as well. And so we have LBI evaluators run by Stephen Reynolds. We have Prep Girls Hoops with Brandon Bradley coming in. And then we have IGBRR with Randy Beckett coming in. And those three guys will be there to watch kind of what the future of girls basketball will look like. And they'll pick the top 10 players and they'll pick the MVPs. And so I'm completely out of it, which is good. I can just kind of sit back and kind of lead this thing. And we also bring in some female trainers from around the state. So last year we had Lisa Shepard. She played at Penn State. She was Miss Basketball. We had Courtney Delks. She played at Purdue. She was Miss Basketball in 2010. Lisa Finn played at Valpo. She was Miss Basketball. Sydney Parrish. She was Miss Basketball in 2020. And then we have, some high level, I guess the higher level high school players who come in and hang around the girls and talk to them about, work habits, confidence and different things. And I know the girls really look up to that and really appreciate that. So really my goal is just to get the people there and then kind of let them do their thing. But it's definitely elite competition. We'll run skill stations with 3-on-3 defense, ball handling, finishing and those things. And then we'll test like vertical and pro agility. We'll do some testing with those things and then end with some games. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is really female leadership. But, the hashtag this year is Future is Female. And we even have a cool little shirt that says Future is Female on the back. And really that's just the message. We want confident female leaders and to lead other females who are, growing up in the sport and hopefully, makes for a better future. And we can have more confident leaders on the court, off the court, in business, in all different areas of life. And that's really the goal here. So a lot of good people in one place. And I think good things always happen when that happens. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Totally agree with you. Madam President.
That's right.
Natalie Morse. USA Girls Basketball. Damon, do you have anything else that you would like to ask? Madam President?
No, I'm good. I'm good with Madam President. You know what I mean? We've
you guys make me feel really special.
You're special. You know why? Because parents are allowing their children, their future women leaders, to have your guidance on the basketball court and farther beyond that.
Wow, well, low it on there, buddy. Low it on there.
No pressure.
Yeah, that's right. It's a little scary from that when you sound like that. But yeah, I could talk to you guys every day. You make me feel awesome. So
well, I see something in our future then.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, that's an opening that I'm going to take full advantage of, especially with my show dropping this weekend, The State of Basketball. So you're going to be on tap there, buddy.
Signed, sealed, and delivered that one, Madam President.
All righty. I like it.
Natalie, do you have any other shout outs or anything that you would like to say before we conclude?
No, I don't think so. Just, looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple weeks, and it'll be awesome. And this year will be better than last year. And then we're going to keep, going forward and hopefully building something really incredible for everybody involved. So.
That's right. We are definitely looking forward to it. Thank you again for your time. Thank you again for allowing us to be a part of this wonderful camp that you got going on. USA Girls Basketball. Check them out. www.usagirlsbasketball.org. You can check them out on Facebook as well. And we will be broadcasting all live streaming from the BW Sports 1 YouTube channel December 28th and 29th. both for the 5th and 6th and the 7th and 8th grade groups. We are looking forward to it, and we cannot wait. Natalie, we hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and we will see you right after Christmas for this wonderful camp.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys too.
Yes, we're not politically correct when it comes to Christmas. It is absolutely Christmas.
Yeah. All right. Thanks you. We will definitely be in touch, and we'll see you again.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.